Hello everyone, my name is Ana Fauzia and my partner is Suniman Halawa. For today's discussions, we have chosen a topic about the teachers being reported to the police, and we will be discussing this topic using persuasive style. Are you ready, Sunima? Okay, so let's begin now. Hello Sunima, today we're talking about something that's been happening a lot lately, which is teachers being reported to the police. It is controversial issue, don't you think?
Hi Anna. Yes, I've been noticing it more often, and it's really concerning. I feel like the idea of reporting the teachers to the police is something that needs to be looked at more carefully. There are always two sides to every story, and we should rush to conclusions.
Absolutely. First of all, I believe teachers deserve to be treated with respect and not instantly criminalized when something goes wrong in class. For instance, if a teacher raises their voice to maintain discipline, it doesn't mean they are being abusive. We need to look at the full context before deciding on a response.
Exactly. And just because a teacher may raise their voice in the heat of the moment, doesn't mean they are crossing boundaries. Teachers are under so much pressure to manage classroom with a large number of students. It's essential that we recognize their efforts instead of immediately assuming the worst.
Exactly. And let's not forget that teaching is an emotional job. Teachers have no constantly deal with a wide range of students' behaviors, some of which can be very challenging. For example, students might throw a tantrum or disrupt the class, and the teachers need to address that is in a way that doesn't escalate the situation. If that's misunderstood, the teacher could be reported.
True. And we are forgetting that some students, unfortunately, don't understand authority. They might feel like they can test boundaries. And when a teacher tries to enforce rules, they might be the ones to key fault. That's why teachers need clear backing from both their school and their community, especially in these difficult situations.
Absolutely. And this is where I think schools need to step up. Instead of quickly involving the police, there should be clear procedure to follow. Schools should have internal investigations before making decision that could damage a teacher's reputation. This is crucial to ensuring fairness.
You're absolutely right. We need to create environment where teachers are given due process before anything escalates. This will not only protect teachers, but in war also make sure that students have a safe and conducive learning environment where teachers don't have to fear that every small conflict will lead to a police report.
Yes, and I also want to highlight the role of parents. We have seen cases where parents have rushed to judge teachers without knowing the full story. Instead of immediately accusing the teachers, they should first have conversation with the school and the teachers involved. It is collaborative effort that is much more effective.
Absolutely. When parents directly convert teachers without context, it can undermine the teacher's authority in the classroom. This behavior can even affect how other students view the teachers. If parents act on their emotions, it creates a volatile environment where teachers are constantly on edge. We need to move away from this idea that the teacher is always at fault.
And yeah, you mentioned the media earlier, Sunima. This is huge issues with social media. It's easier than ever for rumors and false stories to spread. Often, a single video or post can cause irreversible.
Yes, media outlets should take more responsibility before broadcasting something like that. They should understand the consequence of airing a one-sided story. Think about how many teachers have faced unjust consequences because of media pressure. and the damage it does to their mental health. No one should have to go through that, especially when the accusation may not even be true.
That's right, and I think education is key here. Schools should teach students how to approach situation respectfully and how to communicate their concern in an effective way. When students feel wrong, they should have a safe and constructive way to address their feelings instead of just reporting a teachers to authorities.
I completely agree. Teaching conflict resolution is a skill that students can use for the rest of their lives. They need to understand that making accusations without understanding the full context can be harmful. If they learn to approach situations with empathy and patience, we can significantly reduce the number of false accusations.
Exactly. It also comes down to personal responsibility on both sides. Teachers should be held accountable for their actions, of course, but students and parents must also take responsibility in maintaining a fair and respectful relationship with educators, of course. It's about creating a balanced and fair system where everyone plays their part.
And let's not forget that teachers shall have enjoyed professional development in classroom management and emotional intelligence. If they have the right training and support, they will be better equipped to handle difficult situations and can minimize the chances of any misunderstanding.
Right. Teachers need to be given the tools and support they need to succeed in this challenging environment. If they were properly trained to manage stress, handle conflict, and communicate effectively, there will be fewer issues that escalate. It's a win win for everyone involved.
Yes, now Anna, I'd like to ask you this. How can we prevent situations like this from happening in the first place? How can we create an environment where teachers and students are both respected and protected?
That's a great question, Sunima. I think it starts with strong communication. School need to provide clear guidelines on how to deal with conflicts. They should emphasize collaboration between teachers, parents, and students. If we can build trust between all parties, we can resolve issues before they escalate into something bigger. Additionally, the legal system should step in only after all other avenues have been explored.
Yes, I agree. There should also be a focus on prevention through education, teaching both students and teachers about emotional intelligence and conflict resolution from an early age will go a long way. It's about building a culture of understanding and mutual respect, where misunderstanding can quickly turn into accusations.
That's great point. Prevention is always better than cure. I think it if we focus on this proactive measure, the need for police involvement will be greatly reduced. Teachers will
Exactly, to conclude, I think we both agree that due process is essential. Teachers need to be protected from false accusations, and schools should provide a fair platform for resolving issues before they escalate. Above all, there should be more respect for the teacher's role and a commitment to fairness from all parties involved.
Absolutely, Sunima. Teachers are the backbone of our education system and they deserve our support. Let's not let knee-jerk reaction from their careers or the learning environment. We need to prioritize fairness and understanding. Thanks for this insightful discussion, Sunima.
Thank you, Anna. I hope your discussion helped us think more critically about how we approach accusations against teachers. It's all about fairness, respect, and communication. In conclusion, Anna and I had a meaningful conversation about the recent cases of teacher being reported to the police. We emphasized that real accountability is important. Teachers also deserve fairness and respect. misunderstanding. But of communication, we both agreed that strong communication, emotional intelligence education, and internal schools procedures are essential to prevent conflict from escalating. Our dialogue and with a mutual call for a more balanced, respectful, and supportive school environment for both teachers and students.